Well, no, Chelsea's game against Fulham was an interesting game. I may say that game and we've mixed a lot already because you know it's a Chelsea and Fulham no and West London derby. It's a derby game, so it's expected to say everything about the game. No, an easy game yesterday. It was supposed to be a difficult game. It was going to be a difficult game, and a difficult game is so you know. On the side of FC Barcelona, Barca person a major shake up. The team what is the shake up at FC Barcelona for a person on person talk on Carlo Inacio and the Babeshe. That's FC Barcelona defensive setup on him. For them to do that, then Alejandro Balde, Juice Koundé, Hector Fox, they have to leave. Marc Casado, also Moko into FC Barcelona and try their possible best. Say, I'm going to clear these players out of the FC Barcelona squad. No, normally a new player. And why is Juice Koundé supposed to leave? Alejandro Balde supposed to leave because Hector Fox and Marc Casado there. So now, no, Yabba Juice Koundé and Alejandro Balde. These people were at some point, instrumental to Hansi Flick's system. Why is it now Hansi Flick, allow say and Kofowi in free club, you be the home come on. Then you go to the side of club Real Madrid after the missing of Abrantia, your friend is say Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, they are going for another defensive midfielder, Baba complementing. That is Aurelien Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, and the name on board Air Martin Ibanez Zubimendi. And Baba be the Zubi home come on. Why Real Madrid interest about for Martin Ibanez Zubimendi. And I feel so okay the side of Manchester City. And I say Enzo Fernandez I say yes to Manchester City. Baba be the Enzo and home come on. And why Enzo wants to leave Chelsea and why Chelsea are willing to sell as it stands because already there was a deadline that's so on 5th of August. City for man trigger 120 million pounds. Yes. City is willing to pay 140 million euros, which is around 130 million pounds for Enzo, into the British signing record fee after Alexander Isak, Yebidi and also Nkomo here with the utility analyst, making sure so be like it. No subscribe, no idea to post notification, so drop a content, you'll be the first person to view. Now, you need Nkomo and Chelsea game, and need to to be brief. But these are the key things that you be doing. Me, I just felt to say Chelsea maybe can't say same way. Say defensive problems, If Chelsea considered 66 goals in previous season, now a new manager no one near the data too with him. Now I say Chelsea are considered 66 goals. Now you are supposed to go in for reinforcement that are there about 3 minutes or best solve defensive problem. And Masaka said, when you want to solve defensive problem is not about recruiting new defenders, but it's about checking every possible department a collaborative to get a good defense, which includes the left back, the right back, the center backs, and also the goalkeeper. Now Chelsea had to solve the left back position by bringing in Pep Chavaria. There's Marco Palestra and so with him. Already the right back position is being occupied by Malo Gusto and with James. So they were not having any problem there. The center half position, no, they have to bring in Maxime Lacroix to, replace those signings of Dash Chaloba and more Makano. Then there is Fofana and also Levi Kouamouo. Now, to me, I felt Chelsea solving a certain percentage of the problem, but the main problem was the goalkeeping situation. Because for me, I didn't believe in Abrantia, your friend is Robert Sanchez, Rob. I didn't believe in that Mark Pendes because a young goalkeeper or a very good promising, but what me for Chelsea man so me see Mark Pendes. And that's what for Chelsea. That's why me see Mark Pendes. Say it's Mark Pendes who's supposed to solve a whole Chelsea situation concerning defensive problems. What me for Mark Pendes and solve it. So there is Philip Jorgensen. I don't know so already. So these 3 goalkeepers already Martina Waka said, and yesterday was a clear picture of why Chelsea would need a goalkeeper. I'm not saying Rob is very bad, but you see, Rob is error prone. Rob is prone to making a lot of errors. And that was a clear thing of what really happened against Club Offensive Fulham. The first goal that you could see when the Fulham player was shooting the ball, Rob was out of position that moment into Oja space to that first pole and cover all that and the Fulham player buried the ball into the net. That was a pure goalkeeping mistake from Robert Sanchez. it was really bad for a goalkeeper to concede a goal that way. And Maka say if Chelsea, if they think they are solving a defensive problem, then they should go in for a goalkeeper. And remember, ball that's a branch a friend said Diogo Costa said although Diogo Costa might not be that proper ball playing goalkeeper, but in terms of shot stopping, Diogo Costa can offer you that because someone like Thibaut Courtois only that ball playing goalkeeper, but shot stopping is very good. Into more kakra, no more shot stopping baby. That makes a lot of sense because me, Robert Sanchez, he's too error prone. And yesterday was a clear picture of what Robert Sanchez able to marry in moments that we hear now. Moments Chelsea needed Rob when Chelsea were under pressure after scoring the first goal. No, Rob was the one that was supposed to step up and make crucial steps. Rob was the one who could make it that error man on the tournament. And you know it's Chelsea's facing this goalkeeping problem. So to me, I just feel the defensive problem, no, signing Lacroix, signing this, that, signing that, isn't solving the problem. But also getting a new goalkeeper to replace Rob makes a lot of sense. Then I think Xabi Alonso knew what's at stake. You see, a lot of people were blaming Chelsea because Chelsea were looking shaky. But me, after the game, no, I analyzed the game and I saw that one, it's a derby game. You don't expect Chelsea to go into a derby game and get 100% dominance. And it's also at Craven Cottage. That's the home grounds of Fulham. They have to play to entice the fans. And also, Emma fans, then EJ. So you don't expect Chelsea to crash Fulham 5-0 Craven Cottage. It doesn't work out like that. But you see, at some point, how Chelsea managed the game at 3-2 was excellent. Fulham were in the game, but Chelsea defended very well. And that's the clear footprint of Xabi Alonso. Mababa didn't come out and say, Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid learned dynamism. Dynamism as in, he's not going to be a one-approach coach. But at some point, so yesterday, at some point, Chelsea operated in the 4-back, at some point 5-back, at some point 3-back. That shows dynamism. So Chelsea fans, I know it wasn't a good game, but you people shouldn't put a lot of pressure on Xabi Alonso. It's just early days yet. And you see, I always say, first games are always pre-season games. First games are mostly pre-season games. Mostly pre-season games. And oh yeah, that is a coach. And I say, oh yeah, that is a fan. And also relaxing. Because first games are still pre-season games. I think the coach is not trying their possible best to figure out. And you can only judge Xabi Alonso from the 7th game going, because that time I was spending almost a month and a half at Chelsea. For that time, I wasn't even a tactical philosophy. But for now, we should relax. He's still in the pre-season mode, although the Premier League has started. Now, you need to come on for FC Barcelona. You see, Alejandro Balde issue, it has moved from it being emotional to it being a decisive thing. San Alejandro Balde issue that as it starts. You see, Fleck by Oberto Alejandro Balde, club with him. It was Xavi and Alejandro Balde etinaye. But the more come here, that was 2022-2023 season. Barca in the summer, they were offered Nicolas Tagliafico of Ajax. Now, the idea of Nicolas Tagliafico was that Monfa Alejandro Balde may swap for Nicolas Tagliafico. So Tagliafico will come and Ali Balde will join that as Ajax. That was the main idea that on board. Those times, Mathieu Alemany will come on Jatum the Ali Balde account. But pre-season, and the Xabi Hernandez say, "Mami for players winning na anko. Na me kwa assess you." Then after that, then you talk about Omon. So Alejandro Balde was supposed to be sent to the pre-season. And it didn't go pre-season. Luckily, Okoko performing with pre-season. And the majority of the FC Barcelona fans became impressed with the performance of Alejandro Balde. And Xavi said it's on Tono. He'll be part of the first team dynamics. He will be a backup for Jordi Alba. The season started. Instead of Alejandro Balde being a backup to Jordi Alba, he came to outwit Jordi Alba from his position. The main reason was that Jordi Alba at that time, not the form Alba form. So Alejandro Balde came into the team as a player from La Masia, a starter. Now, the main problem that affected Alejandro Balde, you see, that was a similar problem to Aurelien Tchouameni, our club Real Madrid. Aurelien came to Real Madrid and that season Casemiro Koye. And when you be in Suano. Now, Alejandro Balde cried, Jordi Alba for one season, but it wasn't enough. Because some people will be taking mantle now. Obey here 2 to 3 seasons is Suadi. So Obaya and Chebiana Basama Jordi Alba Koye. Jordi Alba went. And Alejandro Balde was supposed to take every pressure, every burden of FC Barcelona left back on his shoulders. And it's expected, say, a young player this year, under development, it's going to affect development. So the first season, it was very good. But the second season, everything started dropping. Alejandro Balde performance by form. Every Barcelona fan was blaming Xavi Hernandez at that point because FC Barcelona themselves were not performing that season. So it was expected to say the key person I'll be blaming was Xavi Hernandez. First forward, Hans Dieter Flick about the team no. Hans Siba team no. Alejandro Balde performance in Barcelona. So everyone was saying, he said, now Hans Siba crano. Ali Balde performance about be very good right now. So what did they make and I say? Alejandro Balde performance, Ababa be very good right now. Obi blame Xavi. So and they say Xavi na mark and say. Fast forward, Alejandro Balde Akunya injury. I remember that popular tag of Alejandro Balde against Inter Milan, second leg, After say FC Barcelona losing that time, Obi say and Koundé ni Alejandro Balde wow. And he loses that game way. Now, what has happened and then player FC Barcelona at some point, fans make us say Enko against Inter when we lose that game. No. And then this player is on transfer right now. That brings me to the Hansi Flick conversation. Now you see, the conversation concerning Hansi Flick, Hansi Flick in his first season would have considered Alejandro Balde as he's under developmental phase into more. But right now, Hansi evolved from being a coach, also placed under development to a coach. He wants to win right now. Because Hansi, or per se, or achieve FC Barcelona for dreams, and one personal dream of winning the Champions League with FC Barcelona. So to be able to do that, he has to take key decisions that will help the fans by this success by break club. That is where Alejandro Balde conversation happened. As it stands, the only club interested in Alejandro Balde is Manchester United, and require on loan and pay Alejandro Balde. Barca only pay 40-45 million euros. So that's the conversation right now. Hansi Nimuni say at this point, there is Joao Cancelo. Say if FC Barcelona is able to get Goncalo Inacio, there is Gerard Martin and we develop it very well. Ubit Maya Alejandro, Ubit Maya that's Cancelo backup. And you see, in terms of talent, Alejandro Balde is ahead of Gerard Martin. But in terms of tactical intelligence, Gerard Martin is more intelligent tactically than Alejandro Balde. No disrespect to Balde. Yes. Obi people with some questions and I then Hansi and develop Alejandro Balde. Hansi a provachi in that say on the soccer player, the player turns over to be a top player. We can talk of Rafinha, a key example. Gerard Martin converting from a left back to a left centre back. Look at what Xavi has part me in this year. Even through him na Pedri number 8 because Pedri was playing advanced rules and the Xavi Hernandez. And something now it's because Hansi wants to take some key decisions. Right now, and you window period no will be. He's in the face of FC Barcelona for only say achieve the success with us. To achieve that success, key decisions should be taken, and Alejandro Balde should be gone. Yeah, but for me, I have to support the coach. On a manager, on him the best for the club. Now, Koundé is where Koundé come on a Koundé FC Barcelona entirely cars on Moton Koundé. By a sense, they are communicating to Koundé to you back up to Eric Garcia. In the Barca for you open, say in case the Koundé Barca over call Meton. Koundé at some point last season, the performance drop here. Koundé, but by rate me feeling you don't know what's happening to Koundé. We don't know whether it's a psychological problem, family problems, no fees. Tamane form not dropping. But I think say Hans Yakasa same way to enhance competition. Say be a Koundé performance be basho. He doesn't want Koundé to feel comfortable so the first choice right back. And it makes sense. Now, Yanko, that is Club Real Madrid. So after missing out Rodri, you know, the option Real Madrid for person Modeba, Martin Ibanez, Zubimendi. Zubi is an option to Real Madrid as it stands. And I don't know, but why would Real Madrid go in for Martin Zubimendi? Memaka say Madrid is lacking a profile for controller. Zubi is closest to what Real Madrid can get after missing out Rodri. And it may make a lot of sense for Real Madrid to go in for Martin Ibanez Zubimendi. Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense. To me, it makes a lot of sense. So yes, Zubi Ajia to be free Real Madrid, be free Arsenal, Real Madrid. So it's now up to Real Madrid to go in club-to-club negotiations with Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal is going to accept less than 60 million euros because we got triggers with many release clause 60 million euros from Real Sociedad. So I don't expect them to accept less than that. But here, how the deal goes. Enzo Fernandez has a yes to Manchester City. Let's not forget, say, on 5th of August, there was a deadline for Enzo Fernandez. So what open, Sikani at 120 million pounds. Chelsea for no, after 5th, City couldn't trigger. Right now, City is ready to pay more than that. So it means City is willing to, buy you the body and also buy Enzo Fernandez in one season. So I've started questioning myself, the 115 charges, how is it going? Because club or financial problems, documents, and what that's caught already, they are solving the problem. This club is able to, buy more than that. Is it that City phone here with the judgment for the 115 charges now? And see, as it stands in there, City is still going for Enzo Fernandez. Was saying yes to Manchester City, and City is expected to bid for Enzo Fernandez. I will urge you to like and subscribe and put us on post notification so I drop a content to be the first person to